I often get asked for my blood test results and to show them on a video on YouTube. And while last year I did actually show my live blood analysis, a lot of people want to see the regular blood test that you go to your general sort of doctor to get, where you get your iron, calcium, cholesterol, hemoglobin, B12, vitamin D and all that sort of thing tested. So while I'm not huge into blood tests, but it is definitely part of the puzzle. And I know it is of value to kind of see where you're at and to see where you need to change things around for sure. So I knew it was going to be good. I knew it was going to be good, and at the same time I was slightly curious as well of what it was going to be, and also I wanted to be able to show you what it was as someone who is promoting outstanding health through eating a plant-based vegan diet. I believe it is important just to show this and show the results of someone who's been, where I haven't eaten meat or dairy for 8 years, and then I ate raw eggs up until about almost 4 years ago, so you know, not any animal products whatsoever in 4 years, and no meat or dairy in 8 years. So it was good. It was very, very good. The doctor said, yeah, perfect. And I'm just looking down at it now, and it starts to freak me out, because I'm going to read it out, but it's two of my weak points, two of my not so strong points are numbers and other languages, and so I'm looking down at everything in Spanish, and because we live in Spain, and all these numbers, so I'm going to do my best to read it out. So I brought Victoria in to help us out here with reading this out and working it all out, because like I said, it's in a different language, it's numbers, which makes me go a little bit cross-eyed sometimes. So let's look down the page here, and as we can see, as the doctor said, perfect. She couldn't point anything out. There's a couple of like arrows down, arrows up, where things are slightly above or slightly below, but that's she said that doesn't matter, that's very, very minor. Overall, it's virtually perfect.
And it changes from country to country as well, depending on where you live. It's going to depend on what they count as within the normal range. So, yeah. Yeah,
it's interesting. I was looking at other people's blood tests from different countries on YouTube, people from America, people from Australia, and the way they count things are quite often different, and their normal ranges are different as well. So. This isn't like an exact science or anything, but it's a good indicator. So looking down the page, complete blood count, yeah, perfectly in range. Platelets, yeah, perfectly in range. White blood count, perfectly in range. What do you call that, Tori?
Leukocyte count.
Leukocyte count, yeah, well in range. And sedimentation rate is what the measure of inflammation, and that is, yeah, well in range as well. And then down here is the test, yeah, test biochemistry, test of blood sugar levels, glucose, and yeah, that's all perfectly in range, as you can see. And at the bottom, creatinine, which is the measurement of the renal function, and that's good. Do you want to talk about anything on that page, Tori?
No, I mean, basically, a lot of people say, "Oh, you eat a lot of, you eat a lot of fruit, Matthew," and then you look at his glucose, and it's perfectly within range, so there's no problems there. Mm-hmm. And what the creatinine is, it's to do with if you have a really high creatinine, it's you probably want to get your kidneys checked out, because it could have problems with your kidneys. But Matthew's, everything's perfect. So, yeah, there's nothing really to look at there. And as well, if you have really high uric acid, you might have gout, so you want to get that checked out. But everything on Matthew's page is perfect. He's really healthy.
Okay, we'll go to the next page.
Yeah. Okay, cholesterol.
Cholesterol. This is a big one in the world. People's cholesterol. Most people's cholesterol is the LDL is way high, and the HDL is well low. Because of all the animal products people eat, pretty much, so I've got the opposite here. My HDL, my good cholesterol, is way high, which is really good, and my LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, is way low. So you can see that. cholesterol
which means his overall cholesterol is perfect.
Is perfecto, spot on.
Yeah. So basically, what the LDL is if you've got too much LDL or bad cholesterol, it clogs up your arteries and can lead to heart disease and heart attacks and things like that. So the HDL is what they believe happens is it actually pulls the LDL cholesterol through your body and into your your liver, to be then flushed out. And so the cholesterol is perfect. And I think with being a vegan, it's very difficult anyway to have a high cholesterol. So if you eat a vegan diet, you're likely to
not that you're trying to get high cholesterol.
No, but what I'm saying is if you eat a vegan diet, you're not likely to suffer from those problems.
Yeah. Triglycerides, which are again perfect, spot on, and triglycerides basically, again, this is like an indicator of if people have high triglycerides, an indicator like diabetes and things, isn't it? And my triglycerides are spot on. Again, I eat a lot of fruit, but it's interesting. I was looking at blood tests from Kevin Gianni, and the doctor said, "Oh, you've got high triglycerides, too much fruit, or that's been from eating too much fruit." But I'm sure I probably eat more fruit than Kevin Gianni, and my triglycerides are low. So that's interesting to note. What's in the iron is well in range. Calcium, that's another one. People go iron, calcium. You need to get that from the animals. So obviously not now. So calcium is well in range.
Liver function. So GOT is 20, and it should be between 0 and 38. So it's perfectly within range.
All the liver function tests are perfect, basically.
They're all within.
Absolutely perfect. Yeah.
Everything's great.
So it's a good one to note there with the iron and the calcium. People think you're completely deficient of calcium if you don't take dairy products and things. But I'm getting plenty of calcium from my green leafy vegetables. Iron, same thing again, green leafy vegetables.
Matthew's big on his green smoothies and green juices, and he has a big green salad every evening. So
get the greens in.
Yeah, definitely the green leafy vegetables definitely helps.
Okay, and finally, was there anything else on that page?
No, it's good.
Finally, vitamin B12. And again, this is a huge one for for the world. Vitamin B12 is a good portion of the world is deficient in B12. So the normal range here is between 200 and 850, minus 342, which is well in range. But like I said, it varies from country to country, and I'm sure if my good old friend Durian Ryder saw this, he'd be running after me with a needle trying to inject me with some B12. So maybe, I don't know, I'm looking at that thinking, and I saw Durian Ryder's, I saw his B12 rates like 1500 or something from taking B12 shots, and I'm just wondering as an athlete, would that, if I got the B12 shots and put it right up there, would that improve my athletic performance? So I don't know, I might go and try them out, because I know in Japan, the normal rates are between 550 and 1100. So if I was in Japan, I would be under there. But here it's 200 and 850, so I'm well in range. So I don't know. I have been taking Victoria's been taking sublingual B12s for her pregnancy, so I've been taking those as well. So I don't know whether that has increased it or not. Some people say the sublinguals that don't really work, and just get the shots, and then you're all good. So I don't know. I didn't take any B12 sublinguals a few days before, so there was not in my bloodstream or anything before I got the test here. But that's good. According to this, perfectly in range. Vitamin D is, again, it's over it should be over 30, and it's 33.8, which is great. Vitamin D, get it from the sun. I like to get my sun every morning, every evening. And it says here, if you have over 150 vitamin D, then that's toxic. So I don't know about that.
Yeah,
and then I got.
And you need vitamin D in order for your calcium absorption, and there's a few other things that without the vitamin D, other minerals don't absorb either, so it's really important to be aware of what your vitamin D levels are and to take action to keep them within range.
Big problem in the world as well, a lot of people have low vitamin D, not getting enough sunshine. People have been made to be afraid of the sun, cover up, avoid the sun. People worried about skin cancer and things like that. And of course you don't want to go out in the middle of the daytime and get completely scorched, completely burnt, but getting at least 30 minutes of the sunshine before it's at its highest in the morning time or in the evening time is definitely highly recommended. The sun is very, very good for you. But vitamin D is it's a big deficiency of people in the world today, and because they're deficient in vitamin D, then they're deficient in a lot of other things, because the vitamin D helps other nutrients absorb, including the calcium, like you said there. So people that are living in cities and office blocks the whole time, in their cars, not getting the sunshine, the chemtrails that are being sprayed across the sky now, so all the skies are cloudy, the sun isn't getting through properly, so it's an issue. It's an issue, the vitamin D. So if you can't get it from the sunshine, then you might want to get a good supplement for that. I'm very fortunate, I go out in the sun every day. Zinc here is again well in range, 76. So why are my blood test results virtually perfect? Well, I would say because I get my nutrients from fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, a wide range of nutrients. I also get plenty of sunshine, and
he also chews every single mouthful really well, and that helps with absorption.
That's what I was going to say. That's something that is so huge that so many people don't realise it, and quite often I'll see people who complete raw foodists, very, very strict organic, and they're just gulping their food down, and they're missing out on so much of health. And you've got to really chew your food. Chew your food until it is like a puree liquid before you swallow it. Even if you're taking juices, even if you're taking smoothies, you still need to get the
saliva?
Yeah, the saliva around that liquid, which helps to break it down and sends messages to your stomach to let it know exactly what's coming down there, so it can prepare and get the right digestive juices going, enzymes, etc. So my diet is high raw, vegan, and I make sure I chew every bit of my food. Even if I'm drinking water, I chew it before I swallow it. And that really helps hugely with absorbing food, because a lot of people eat really healthy food but their body isn't absorbing it, and it's because they're not pre-digesting it in their mouth. And that is one of the top keys to health, is to pre-digest everything you eat before you swallow it. Think of it, that's where digestion happens, in your mouth. The rest of it is absorption, assimilation. Your digestive system's not down here, it's in here. So that's my top tip. Anything else to say, Victoria?
No. Good.
Okay, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and please share the video, because this is another myth buster that vegans can't get enough calcium, iron, vitamin D, everything, all those things. So please share the video and let people know the truth. My name is Matthew Armstrong.
And I'm Victoria.
Take care.